So right away, this picture alone should already convince you that this is NLE Choppa. I shouldn't even have to say much on this one. And moving forward, honestly, I don't care about these celebrities anymore. Like, the more I expose them, the more I realize that these rappers and celebrities are super weird, and it's disturbing to me at this point that they are doing this. Like, just imagine pretending to be somebody that you're not, or stealing somebody's identity, or just the fact that you would go out of your way to be somebody that you're not and deceive the entire world. That is disgusting and disturbing to me. And it's gotten to the point where I'm just so weirded out by these celebrities that I really don't care about them anymore. So I'm going to try to make my videos just straight to the point now. So if you really don't see that this stuff is going on, then I have no interest in trying to help you at this point. And if you're hating or trolling in the comments, you're just going to get blocked. No questions asked. I've put in too much work and risked my life too much for people to just troll and hate in the comments. That's another thing I want to let you guys know, that there's a reason why certain YouTubers who were exposing this stuff stopped talking about it. This stuff is more serious than you guys think. This stuff is realer than you guys think. When I made these two videos, I was asking the question, like, why don't any of these big spiritual leaders or YouTubers, whatever you call them, why don't they ever talk about celebrities wearing a bodysuit? I've always wondered that, and I finally figured out why. Because it's too deep. This stuff is too deep. They're too scared to talk about it. You can never be scared to tell the truth. If your third eye is open, you will be able to see this right away. I just look at what these artists are presenting to us, and I use critical thinking and common sense, really. Like, it's not that hard to put two and two together. So this guy that you're looking at, his name is Bryshere Gray, and he is portrayed as a different person, but to me this looks like the same person. In my opinion, this is the same person. Unless NLE Choppa has a twin that he's never told us about, this is the same person. In my opinion. I mean, just look at this picture, you guys. Common sense will tell you that this is a weird picture. Do his eyes look normal to you? This is supposed to be an 18-year-old kid. Does this even look like an 18-year-old to you? They have the same smile, same hairstyle, same eyes. The eyes never lie. And look at that. They're both wearing a blue suit right here. Sometimes people say, why is this person lighter than the other person? And there's many ways to do that. You can do it with certain lighting that will make your skin look lighter. And I noticed they did that with NLE a lot. There's a lot of pictures of him where he looks lighter than other pictures. And it's because of the lighting. Like, you can clearly tell there's a big bright light right here to make him look lighter. They also do edits to make it look lighter. They got the exact same smile and eyes. Like, look at his smile. It just looks like his face is coming off right here. Like, this doesn't look like a normal person to me, in my opinion. Also, another thing is that a lot of people think that NLE Choppa is independent, but he's actually not. If you go to his Instagram, on his bio, it says this account is managed by Warner Records. NLE Choppa does not directly post to this account. So right away, that should let you know that there's some weird stuff going on. He's not even managing his own account. So somebody else is in charge of his career at that point. And you can clearly tell that this is a mask, guys. Like, come on. This is his newest post on Instagram, and it's so obvious. His hairline looks fake. His eyes are so pushed back. If you go see the Rock video on my Instagram, you can see how their eyes are pushed back like that when they're wearing a mask. So all of this is not even real. They probably put clay or like some type of add-ons to his face. His eyes are way too pushed back right here. So yeah, there's some funny stuff going on with this picture, you can tell. I mean, if you can't see that this is a mask, I don't even know what to tell you at this point. So the first thing I did when I was researching this was I looked up this video, and I saw this video and I paused it right here, and I was like, "Yep, this is all I needed to see this one." Like this one is just easy to see. And look, once again, they have a big bright light over here outside of the frame. You can see it reflecting off of his skin. They have a big bright light to make him look lighter, but you can see in his arms that he's actually darker. So these are just Hollywood tricks that they do. And this guy is also playing another role as well. But yeah, man, you should be able to see right away that this is the same person. I mean, there's no denying it. You could tell there's something on here. And this is a funny picture because NLE used to have his hair like this as well. So Bryshere has this hairstyle, right? NLE has the same hairstyle right here. To be honest, this picture looks weird to me as well. Like for some reason, this doesn't look like the real NLE Choppa. He just looks different to me all of a sudden. So yeah, guys, this picture really looks like NLE as well. Like, come on, guys. This picture right here, like, this should be in the nail in the coffin right now. Like, if you haven't seen it at this point, I don't even know what to tell you at this point. So this picture always stood out to me weird. Like, even before I found out celebrities were playing multiple roles, I was like, why does he look different in this specific picture than in most of his older pictures? And by the way, I tried finding like old pictures of NLE Choppa, and it's like impossible to find old pictures of NLE Choppa. And that's usually what they do. They add all these newer pictures of the replacement and they delete all the old pictures. And I also wasn't able to find that many baby pictures of him either. I think there's only like one baby picture of him. Same hairstyle. Same eyes. In his pictures, he looks like really built and like ripped, but right here he looks skinny. You know what I mean? He doesn't look that big right here. NLE Choppa has the same kind of body. Here's another picture of Bryshere with dreads, and these dreads might be fake. I don't know. And this picture right here, man, this is NLE. Like when I was getting these pictures together, I actually got confused about some of them. I was like, wait, is this Bryshere or Choppa? Like I was getting confused. And this guy looks like Zac Efron for some reason, but pay attention to this picture. Now look at this. I know you guys see the resemblance. Like it's impossible not to see it. Now this is his Instagram. These guys are twins, man. If they're not the same person, they have to be twins because they look exactly the same. His Instagram is Yazz the Greatest. And it's funny because this guy's supposed to be an actor, right? On the show Empire. But for some reason, he's a rapper as well. So it's weird, what are the chances of that? Like, Choppa's a rapper and then the guy that looks exactly like him is also a rapper. I mean, do I even need to go on with this one? Like, this looks exactly like Choppa right here. So yeah, they look so much similar. Like, and NLE Choppa has so many music videos with sellouts. Like, why do you guys still think he's on your side? It's clear he's an industry plant. I mean, he's with so many messed up individuals. I mean, just look at this picture, man. This is the same person. He has a picture with a death faker right here. And I'm pretty sure this guy is somebody else as well. And this is supposed to be an 18-year-old kid. Keep that in mind. Does this look like an 18-year-old to you? Now, this is the only young picture I was able to find of Choppa. And for some reason, it looks kind of fake to me. Like, these pictures could have easily just been placed right here. There's bugs right here. Like, it just looks like a staged picture to me. But I don't know. Maybe he was a real person. I don't know. Who knows, man? It's just weird that there's not that many childhood pictures of him. This is like the only young picture you will find of him. I mean, do I even have to say anything at this point? And Choppa has this picture wearing a mask on his Twitter. Go figure. So this is most likely add-ons and a bodysuit or something because he does have some muscles, but you can tell that this is like, overdoing it. And this looks so fake to me. But Choppa also has some muscles as well. So, and then he has a lot of weird symbolism in his music video. You know, he has red eyes right here. And this music video is just so weird to me. Like, there's so many weird subliminal messages. They show a girl with a mask in this music video. Then there's like a black snake. Of course, he's throwing up 666. Right here, he's standing on water with a bunch of sharks. And in this part of the song, he says, "Why did you kill him? I did it for Saint."
Where's the date? Why did you kill him? I did it for Saint.
So that was a weird thing to me. You know, a lot of people were asking him, you know, what did he say right there? He was talking about all this spiritual stuff at the time, and then he just drops this album, and he says that in the song. Notice how he said, "I did it for Saint," and I thought that was funny because his real name is Bryson, right? The etymology of Bryson is Scottish, and it means servant of saint. So that was just a weird connection to me. And come on, guys, his name is Bryson, bro. The guy that we're comparing him to, his name is Bryshere. So what are the chances of that, man? They have the first 4 letters the same. Is that a coincidence? I mean, just look at that, man. Bryshere, Bryson, same thing. Of course, he has a music video wearing a mask. Go figure. In this music video, Shot of Flow 3, there's a dude wearing a white mask. Now, another weird thing about him is, like, he has a picture with every single death faker in the past year. He has a picture with King Von, who is Lil Nar. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. He has a picture with Pop Smoke, who is another death faker. I will expose him pretty soon as well, because his other character is just so obvious and in front of our face. And then he has a picture with another death faker, Juice WRLD, and in this picture he looks so weird. And I will make a video on him in the next couple weeks. And then he has a picture with Nipsey Hussle. They stole his identity as well. His face looks so fake right here. In case you're wondering where I'm going with this, like, there is a reason why he has all these pictures with death fakers. I'm starting to figure out why. I think they have a big agenda with Choppa. It's a similar agenda that they did with X. So remember how X was so negative and he had so many songs about killing and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden he just turns into, you know, positive, dropping all this positive music, doing positive things, talking about spirituality and stuff like that, and then he just fakes his death right away. So to me, that sounds like a similar situation that they're gonna do with Choppa. You know, he started off all negative, talking about killing. All of a sudden, he just turns into a positive person, and now he's talking about spirituality. So this just looks like a similar storyline, and I feel like they're gonna fake his death pretty soon. And it's funny because look what I found. NLE Choppa not dead. Memphis rapper is alive as death hoax spreads. So there was a fake news story that NLE Choppa died. So what are the chances of that? You know what I mean? Like, clearly they have an agenda with NLE Choppa, and that's why somebody is playing the role of NLE Choppa, because he has to fulfill that agenda. Now look at this. NLE is supposed to be 18 years old, right? But he looks 25. I don't know about you guys, but I always questioned his age. I was like, there is no way this kid is 16. Because when he blew up, he was 16, supposedly. How old do you guys think he looks? Because to me, he looks at least 24, 25. You know, there's no way he's 18. And it's funny because look at how old Bryshere is. Bryshere is 26. And also, both of their birthdays are in November. Is that a coincidence? Bryshere's birthday is November 28th. And Choppa's birthday is in November 1st. Definitely not a coincidence. And look at this. I don't even look my age. How old do I look? And most of the people were saying you look 23, 22, 23, 24, 23, 24, 25. Because you a clone. See, people are starting to catch on. He's not a clone, by the way. Cloning is a distraction. I have nothing against people who believe that these celebrities are clones, because at least you're questioning stuff. But all that stuff is a distraction, and they want you to think that he's a clone. You know, that's why the industry uses the word clone all the time. so I try to stay away from that word as much as possible. 26, that's a funny one because Bryshere is actually 26. 23, I want to say 14, but I also want to say 28. You look like a 24-year-old man with depression. 23, you look like you could be in your 20s. So all these people were saying he's at least 20, but this is supposed to be a 18-year-old kid. 23, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25. You look like you're trying too hard to not look your age, and that's a fact right there. 20 through 25, 29, 24, 25, 25 or 26 once again. 23, 26 once again. I'm telling you, a lot of people were saying he looks 26. Look at that. This comment is so accurate. You look like a 20-year-old who's actually 26, and that's a fact because Bryshere is supposed to be 26. You look 22 or 25. I was shook when I found out your age a couple days ago. 25, 25 or 27, 23 to 26 once again. 25. Look like a 25-year-old with a baby face. Because that's what they do. They put all these cosmetics and makeup on their face to make them look younger. This guy said you at least 30. So that's just funny to me. Everybody thinks he looks old because there's no way he's that young. So this is a funny coincidence that I noticed. In Choppa's Breakfast Club interview, he did it with Steve Stout, right? And look at this. In Bryshere Gray's interview, he did it with Lee Daniels. Is that just a coincidence or what? Like, what are the chances that both of them have an interview and they're doing it with another person? And that's actually rare, In 99% of these Breakfast Club interviews, they go in there by themselves. So it's kind of weird to see a grown man going in there with another grown man. You know what I mean? And this is Bryshere Gray's Twitter. He said, "Did you remember to pray today?" NLE Choppa is always talking about praying and God and all this stuff. So it's the same person, you guys. They have the same personality and everything. He barely tweets, but yet NLE Choppa is tweeting like all the time. Like for this character, he only tweets, every couple of days or every other week. So yeah, man, in my opinion, NLE Choppa and Bryshere Gray are the same person. It's okay if you disagree with me. Just don't spread no negativity. Yeah, man, this goes to show you that all these woke, quote unquote woke, leaders that are just infiltrating out of nowhere, they are for sure industry plants, like Daylight said. So Daylight exposed him the most because Daylight is actually from Grape Street. He's an actual real Crip. So they planted NLE Choppa in Grape Street because now he's repping Grape Street all of a sudden. So that's kind of weird. And Daylight called him out on it. So I'm going to show that clip after this. But first, I'm going to show you guys this video of Choppa's mom dancing to his newest song. And there's a hologram in this video. So this goes to show that, they can use holograms whenever. And we would think that's the actual person. Because these holograms look so realistic. Like you guys don't even know. So yeah, guys, a lot of these videos are holograms. And there's a reason why they're promoting all these holograms and stuff. In the future, every single rapper that you see is most likely going to be a hologram, and you wouldn't even know. Some of them already are. I feel like NBA Youngboy is a hologram in most of his new music videos, especially that cloning music video. He looks like a hologram. I'm going to mute the song because I don't want to get copyright, but I would like to mention that out of all the rappers who are playing multiple roles, I actually respect Choppa more than most of them because his song Bryson and Paradise are fire. Like, I have both of those songs in my playlist. At least he's rapping about real stuff. Most of these other rappers who are playing multiple roles, they're just rapping about killing in both of their characters. So it's good to see that he's at least saying some true stuff and, telling kids some positive stuff. So I will give him props for that. But he's still an agent and he's still a plant and he cannot be trusted. So I just want to make that clear. So I don't know about you guys, but that video is super creepy to me. The fact that they would use a hologram like that. And speaking of holograms, I heard that X's mom wants to do a tour with X's hologram. Now that is just crazy to me. And the fact that people will actually pay to go see that is just crazy. Last thing I'm going to show you guys is this clip from Daylight. So I showed this clip last time in the other video I made about Choppa, but I want to show you guys again because Daylight says some real facts right here, and he's actually from Grape Street, and he knows that Choppa's a plant. He's the only celebrity I feel like is actually on our side, and he actually says some real stuff. So out of all these celebrities, he's the only one that I've talked to who is actually real. If you want to go watch this full video, go to my second channel. I'll link it in the description below.
NLE Choppa, plant. 100% plant. Y'all don't even see the move that the industry made. Plant them in a scenario, plant them in all the scenarios, planted them in my projects. Y'all don't understand that. Plant, agent, plant. Plant goes to, you know he's from Grape Street now. So pay all the big homies, let him come in. Now he gets his street cred. A 6'9" type nigga. Plant. Okay, he comes to the project. Now all of a sudden he's cool with all the Grape Street niggas and he's officially Grape. All this tweets say, what's up, what's this, what's that. Nigga, you ain't from Watts, Grape Street. You not from Watts. All right, everything, what's up, boom, boom, boom. And now all of a sudden, now that he's in the mix with the Grape Streets, let me be woke now. Hey, look at me, magical, spiritual. Oh, man, out of here, Beezy. Look. Plant. Plant. Full plant. Crip. Full plant. Full plant. Y'all, look. Consciousness becoming a trend now. Everybody jumping in their third eye bag like it's so cool. That's a full plant. That's a full plant. I'm from Grape Street now and I'm woke now. Okay, let's move in. Crip. East Side Crip Street. Out of here. But I get it. Plant. Look. I completely get it. I understand what's happening. I understand what's happening. I completely understand what's happening. So, what I want to say to y'all, this is going to be the new format with artists. The industry knows that people are waking up, so they're going to have to try to market to some people. Hey, do this. Hey, rap about this. Hey, say this, because that's the new thing. The industry see that all the ain't working no more. The can't work no more because it ain't nowhere for to happen. You can't rap about being in the club because there ain't no club to go to. You can't rap about turning up at the function. Ain't no function. You can't even be like, I'm outside with this. Ain't too much outside popping. So they're going to make sure, hey, make a song about this because this kind of what people on, especially black people. They're kind of on this right now. So if you get on this wave early, you know, you can kind of lead the... Look, more to all of this is to say this. We, as a community, have to start giving power to the right people. The people that are literally here to do and say the right things that you need to listen to. We have to start giving power to the right people. All of the things in this world is most definitely rigged in a format that it don't fully allow us to do that. So
once again, man, shout out to Daylight. He's the only real person out here that's still saying facts. He's not an industry plant, so I respect him more than every other celebrity. It's crazy that they haven't got to him yet, and I hope he's safe, you feel me? I hope like he does everything he can to stay independent because he has a big impact. I also noticed that his real name Bryson equals 33. Freemasons use that number all the time. I don't think that's a coincidence. And his other character, Bryshere, his rap name is Yazz, and Yazz equals 30, and Bryson equals 30. Bryshere's full name equals 95, and Choppa equals 59. And then Bryshere's full name is 239, and Bryson equals 93. I don't think all of this is a coincidence, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And I also think it's funny that NLE Choppa is tweeting all this woke stuff, right? But he never once mentioned gematria. And I think the reason for that is because, he's working for them and he can't expose everything. So another thing I'm going to show you guys is these two videos where NLE Choppa looks like he's under mind control.
Clone Choppa. I'm convinced this is a clone. For sure. This nigga ain't blinked one time.
Your phone breaking. What you say? Yeah. Put the show out there. Why? What is he staring at? He looking out the window. Some people with the grass walk by. He been bumping it. I be forgetting food. Oh God, I be forgetting food.
We straight Chris food. That's
Like,
just
being in the game fast, you gotta watch it. They live right over. I was playing with it, no playing with it. I blocked with it, we spraying with it. You'll kill a lot for perk, but a snitch when you sober. You'll kill a lot for perk, but a snitch when you sober. Yo, he slumped. We turned the steamer to a rover. Hey, you hear me? When we done, we got spirit. Invisible armor, they know what they do.
Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.